Now, did you know that what is most likely the oldest computer museum in the world is located right here in Bozeman?
Yeah, it recently got a boost from well-known software engineer who wandered into the museum while speaking at MSU. MTN's John Shearer has the story.
I was just blown away.
So, Andromeda Yelton told the world about it on Twitter.
It's the oldest continually operating computer museum in the world.
But it's not so easy to find. Just a small sign directs you off Stadium Drive. No, look left, not right.
It doesn't really look like a museum from the outside.
But go inside and, well, you're greeted not by electronics, but something else entirely, like stone tablets. Are we even in the right place? Oh, yeah.
As I kept walking around the museum, my mind kept being blown.
People come in not knowing generally what to expect.
But it's all here, from some of the first data processors to
rare computing artifacts they have that were just capturing seminal moments in the history of computation.
This Apple I computer is being offered at auction right now for big bucks. The Bozeman Computer Museum won't need to bid. It already has one.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
And the computer that put men on the moon? It lives on in Bozeman.
The phone in your pocket, which is just like orders of magnitude more powerful than the computer that took us to the actual moon.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Those were the days of huge reels of magnetic tapes and punch cards. But way before the moon landing, the first computers started to come alive in World War II. Then, electronic computers were born in the United States. They were room-sized giants that couldn't compare with even a wristwatch these days.
Women have been in computing for a long time.
That's why the museum dedicates an entire room to women in technology, and a section on games.
Games are what motivates so many people to learn.
All of this is understandable, and you don't have to be a geek.
Some of the rarest items in computer history are here at the Bozeman Computer Museum. But the goal goes way beyond trying to preserve these relics from the past.
It underscores that computers aren't just sort of things that descend from on high fully formed. Like, people built them. People had fun soldering these things together in their garages.
The museum even looks toward the future.
Quantum computing.
There's a display explaining IBM's functioning quantum computer.
It's going to turn computing as we know it on its head.
The museum explains how, and now more people than ever know about it, thanks to Andromeda.
And this sort of surprise twist ending where the museum joins Twitter and now they have lots of followers, and it's super fun and heartwarming.
But what you see here is just a taste.
The museum says that's only like 6% of their collection, so honestly they should get a bigger space and then I should spend all day in it.
George says he's working on it and hopes to soon open a bigger and better computer museum in Bozeman. At the American Computer and Robotics Museum, I'm John Shearer for MTN News.
By the way, the American Computer Robotics Museum open noon to 4, Tuesdays through Sunday. The admission free. You can check out extra interviews with George Karamedjiev, one of my favorite people, and Andromeda on KBZK, KXLF.com.
Maybe during commercial break you could give me your synopsis of quantum computing.
I can't.
Okay.
George can. I can't.
John Shearer did a great job on that.
True.
What a fascinating
What a fun place. Yep.
Matt's extended forecast is up next. Stay with us. It is Montana This Morning.